Ryan Garcia is exposing Eddie Reynoso on how he feels about Eddie Reynoso not wanting to be in the camp, training him, and all sorts of stuff that Ryan Garcia is exposing Eddie Reynoso of. I'm going to break it down for y'all. Let's talk about it in this video. King Jr. got another video for y'all. Please share that you like and subscribe to the channel to get all your latest boxing news. With that being said, Ryan Garcia has been on a rant lately about him leaving Eddie Reynoso for Goosen. And, I'm not too big on Ryan Garcia, guys, but I'm just going to break this down as quick as I can. Ryan Garcia was making some complaints how that Eddie Reynoso didn't want to train his fighters that he got. He's got a whole lot of fighters in his gym, but Ryan Garcia feels like that he's under the shadow of Canelo Alvarez, and some other fighters feel like they're under the shadow of Canelo Alvarez as well. Then we heard Canelo Alvarez says half of the stuff that Ryan Garcia says that ain't true. He's just lazy and doesn't want to train and stuff like that. But Ryan Garcia states that Eddie Reynoso, when he had this Luke Campbell fight or whatever happened, he only trained him 2 weeks 2 weeks before the fight actually happened, but he was spending most of his time with Canelo Alvarez. I don't know how true that stuff is, but I've seen that a lot of people says that it is true. Eddie Reynoso, I can understand why he wants to favor Canelo Alvarez, because Canelo Alvarez is the cash cow. He's the biggest guy. And, Eddie Reynoso doesn't have time for a lot of these fighters that's in Canelo Alvarez camp. You see Canelo Alvarez is always in picture with certain type of fighters like a Frank Chantez, Ryan Garcia, and a Virgil Ortiz. Well, Virgil Ortiz, if you guys don't remember, Virgil Ortiz Sr. and Jr. said the same thing, that they don't want to be in Canelo Alvarez's shadow. They want to build their own brand and legacy. And that was one of the reasons why they have left their gym. I don't know why they would try to go to Canelo Alvarez's gym knowing they're not going to become a star. But Virgil Ortiz Jr., I have to admire for what he did. He didn't want to spill anything else on why he says the stuff about Canelo Alvarez on how he was being shadowed and stuff like that. But Ryan Garcia states that Canelo Alvarez, he was just tired of being under the shadow of Canelo Alvarez, and he feels like that Eddie Reynoso isn't a good trainer in his opinion, that he does the same thing with same fighters. But Canelo Alvarez says you could ask any other fighter about Eddie Reynoso, and they'll say the stuff of how Ryan Garcia was doing in training camp and all this other stuff. And Ryan Garcia, I have to agree with Canelo Alvarez on this point as well. Ryan Garcia is a lazy boxer. He doesn't take the sport of boxing seriously. He doesn't have no motivation for it. He has a big social media followings, but the question is that he has not figured out how to change all those Instagram followers into dollars, and half of those followers are like little kids that's age 14 to 15 to 16 years old, so they're not going to be interested in the sport of boxing. They're just going to be interested in goofy stuff that you usually see on social media on a regular day basis. But I'm not going to keep this video too long. Ryan Garcia feels like that Eddie Reynoso, he had to get out of the camp basically, and he's just not with Eddie Reynoso's style, you can say. And he also says that he's going to continue coming with the heat on exposing Eddie Reynoso in Canelo Alvarez gym and stuff that it's crazy, guys. It's crazy how Ryan Garcia comes out now, says stuff about Eddie Reynoso gym and stuff like that. I don't pay attention to these boxers at the end of the day. Hopefully Joe Goosen can, whatever his name is, Goosen can help him out with his training and stuff. He's a decent trainer, but Go Goosen is not the all-time best of the trainer. Ryan Garcia, I don't know what he's going to do with his career, because he got a fight coming up with Emmanuel Tago, guy that we don't know who he is and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, we're going to have to see how this reveals. Ryan Garcia says that Eddie Reynoso is lying to protect Canelo Alvarez as well. And he's just going to keep on finding dirt on Eddie Reynoso to ruin his reputation. I don't think Ryan has anything left to prove. I think Canelo Alvarez is going to back his guy up, Eddie Reynoso, as a trainer, because Canelo Alvarez has been with Eddie Reynoso since day one. So we don't know what goes on in that camp. But if the stuff that Ryan Garcia says is true, what do you guys feel like about Eddie Reynoso? How do you think that he's only training certain type of fighters? Well, maybe don't give a damn about any of his fighters or just focus on Canelo Alvarez. I can believe that from a standpoint. I think that he doesn't have time because he's got a lot of fighters in his gym. And he's only probably going to take so little time. And also he says that Eddie Reynoso likes to show up 20 minutes late or something like that. He said he'll be there at 12, but he'll be around there at 2 and only spend 20 minutes in the gym and stuff. So we don't know what to expect from Ryan Garcia about this whole Eddie Reynoso situation. But with that being said, Ryan Garcia doesn't believe anything Eddie Reynoso says. He says that he's just lying to protect Canelo Alvarez. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. Make sure you like, subscribe, and also, guys, some of y'all asked about me about Chris Colbert. That clown got what he deserved. He did all that talking about Deontay Wilder and stuff. I wasn't going to make a video on it, but if his name does come back up, in my opinion, about the whole situation again, I will bring his name up and I will debunk that situation. But with that being said, guys, it is what it is. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. This is your boy King Jr. I'm out of here. Peace.